Or we consider the matter of wisdom as something of the intellect, how smart a person is, how high the IQ is. But dear brothers and sisters, in coming to this message, we want to see, we want to experience, we want to enjoy, something we want to even express this all-inclusive Christ. He is God's power. He is God's wisdom. We need to pray the Lord will deliver us from all those concepts which are veils to us from seeing who He is. We are seeking some kind of power. We are seeking some kind of wisdom, but it's not Christ. But what Paul was ministering was Christ as God's power. Christ as God's wisdom. So we need to pray the Lord will, hopefully, through a little message like this, but what Paul was ministering will remove more veils from us, was Christ the light from heaven, God's power, that we may truly see as God's what wisdom is God's power and God's wisdom. I think this will highly enrich our experience and enjoyment of this Christ. The first point says, before mentioning Christ as the power of God and wisdom of God, in 1 Corinthians 1:24, Paul in verse 23 declares, we preach Christ crucified, to Jews a stumbling block, and to Gentiles foolishness. So, Paul says, he preached Christ, not just Christ, but the crucified Christ. The crucified Christ, who to the Jews was a stumbling block, who to the Gentiles was foolishness. The Jews were expecting someone great, someone magnificent, someone powerful. Christ crucified? So disappointing. What can He do to help us? The Greeks were looking for someone smart, clever, who can handle every situation. Christ crucified. What is this? He cannot even get himself out of this trouble. They were also discouraged. But Paul, he boldly told them, in spite of what you were expecting, I am ministering to you, preaching to you,